everybody, welcome back. Movie review time, where basically we geek out about a movie we just saw, and two of us just saw Justice League. Okay, and now it's down to the two of us that just saw Justice League. But, that was itty bit in case you were wondering. Yeah, so basically this is going to be our this is going to be our spoiler review where we geek out about the spoilers. This is going to be full of spoilers for Justice League. So we do have a no spoiler review, and if you'd like to see that, there's a link in the description below, or something's popping up right about now. You can click on that, check it out, and then come on back when you're ready for the spoilers. However, if you just want spoilers, I still recommend you check out the no spoiler one, because that's where like the bulk of our actual review is. This is pretty much going to be us just geeking out about the things we love.
Oh my god, movie. And then the thing, and then the thing, and then the other thing.
Yeah, so if you want like our actual opinions of the movie, definitely check that out. Or if you just want to hear what we absolutely loved, this is the video for you. So that should be plenty of time for the no spoiler people to get out. And here comes your final warning. Spoilers! Nice. All right, so when Harley Quinn and Joker, no, I don't want to, if you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to get your hopes up.
There was a part of me goes like, would they even dare to put any sort of Suicide Squad reference in there?
It would have been cool. I mean, they kind of did. Well, here you go. First thing off the bat, post-credit scenes.
Yeah.
A mid-credit? Well, a beginning credit, basically. Yeah. There's like, 6 credits and then an amazing comic scene. And then, of course, we had a post-credit scene, which is fantastic. We'll come back around to that, though. Yeah. So what are you most excited to geek out about?
Oh, God.
I don't want to take forever, so let's...
Yeah, it's because there's just so much.
A lot of good stuff.
How about, like, the first big fight on Themyscira?
Yeah, okay, so that was really, really cool.
Yeah, it was like the most epic game of keep away.
It really was. It's all the stuff with the lassos and everything, and the axe, and just even the way Steppenwolf comes into it all. That was really, really cool. And like seal the cave or whatever, and the way they're like swinging the big hammers to bring the big stone walls down. That was pretty epic. The arrow stuff. Yeah. You first look at an actual boom tube, like a good up close look at one. Yeah. That was really, really nice.
That's a pretty good special effect.
Yeah. How did it exactly... Oh, it started off with Batman. And that was a cool scene, catching a criminal, using the criminal's fear to catch a parademon because they smell fear. I thought, that's actually really, really cool. What a brilliant, fun way to do it.
Well, that's Batman for you.
I know, right? Exactly. More reason that this was another amazing Batman appearance. So that was really cool. And of course, he and Diana are trying to unite everybody. And, what is it? I guess he goes after Aquaman. Yeah. And you've kind of seen all those things in trailers, his recruitment.
And he ain't having none of it.
Nah. But he's pretty awesome right off the bat, too. And, they're tracking down the mother boxes. They're still working through Lex Luthor's diaries or whatever. So that's pretty cool.
Because they're sitting going like, we don't know. Even Batman's going like, I don't know what the hell these things are.
Yeah.
He's going like, I think they're containers. That's all I got.
Yeah. They contain money or power. And then Diana's like, oh, you're clever for deducing what they are. He's like, I'm not clever. I don't know what they are. So that was cool. And I like that Cyborg was watching them, and you're like, oh, Cyborg's watching them outside of Wayne Manor. And then later, Diana is like, oh, if I wanted to fight you, I would have by the lake. Like, she knew he was there. It's like, oh, damn. All right, woman. So that was really, really cool.
Talking about Cyborg, though, it was like said, his CGI was just it was distracting. It was like transformery distracting. Because when they lingered on him too long, not just his face, his entire body, it's like, it doesn't really feel like it's there.
Because there's, and there's so much going on in the body. But that's one of the things we liked at the end, is he keeps transforming through the movie, which I think is pretty cool and interesting for the character. But at the end, they actually, he transforms into like this smoother armor that looks more like the Cyborg you're familiar with from the comics. Yeah. And and I'll be honest, I didn't know this was a catchphrase except for the noisy guy beside me saying, "That's his catchphrase." I'm sorry, I whispered that. He said, "That's his catchphrase in the comics," to his lady. Yeah, apparently, booyah.
Yeah, Teen Titans.
Well, I mean, again, I told you, I'm only really familiar with the, I've seen some Teen Titans. I'm familiar with, like, the animated movies, so I'm not that familiar with Cyborg.
Okay.
But for those of you that care, there you go. We got booyah in. Oh, the flashback to the original fighting of Steppenwolf with the Atlanteans and the Themyscirans
and the Green Lantern.
That was cool. And you saw the lantern die and the ring fly off his finger and disappear. So I was like, ooh, like people were just losing their shit over that, and rightfully so.
There's a part of me that just wanted to see a scene of the ring going from person to person to person that just getting mowed down.
Or
just like the ring going like, damn it!
Or, I know this would totally not tonally be good for the movie, but what if it like came up to Ryan Reynolds and he's like, oh, and then the Ring's like, no. He's like, no, but, and the Ring's like, no. I don't know. But that was a really cool thing to have a Green Lantern in there.
Ring goes up to Deadpool.
Oh, jeez. Oh God, Deadpool with a Green Lantern ring.
Oh, that would be bad.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the Justice League Geek Out. Superman. Man of Steel. They did it, man. They finally got him right. He was happy. I mean, after the
resurrection crankiness.
Yeah, let's talk about the resurrection fight. That was awesome. Watching him take on the whole Justice League was so cool, and like the headbutting with him and Diana.
Yeah, but the best part is when Flash starts running around him, and Flash sees him start to track him, and he's like, "Oh shit!"
And the best part is they don't just do it like in the one obvious shot of Flash realizing it, which was funny enough, but they take their time with that, and they do it again, and like it comes back to a close up like. Just like that was so cool. And then like, you know, Flash is barely dodging him, and at one point he's like, he doesn't even know how to fight, right? So you see him actually try to push him away, and he just like bounces off of him.
That's because that's all he's had to do to fight in the past.
I know. No, I'm not.
I pushed him and then I ran away.
I just think it's great they actually like they did that. You know, like they showed you that happen and how it backfired for him.
And I like how they keep having like this little competition, like back when they're during the final fight when they're going out to rescue civilians.
Oh God!
Flash is going like catches up to this one family that I guess they were just there for us to have some sort of human connection.
Yeah.
I mean, I could have actually done without that storyline, but
yeah, and that's probably one of the nitpicks. But you know,
but in any case, so the family finally gets an opportunity where they can flee. The truck breaks down on them. Flash catches up on them and pushes him way out of the way. And then he turns around and sees Superman carrying like a whole building full of people. And it's like
an 8-story building or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, that was so awesome. Which of course then just to close out that talk, like that awesome like mid-credit scene where they actually recreated the Flash and Superman race. They even like, I think that was actually the comic cover that they freeze framed on. I think that was the pose they were in. So that was really cool.
Yeah. And that was definitely a Whedon add-on.
It's gotta be. That felt very Whedon, and it was fantastic. But also back to the fight, I love that the big guns that Bruce had to bring out was Lois.
I kind of figured, my thought,
I was too wrapped up to see it coming, but.
Well, I was sitting here going like, guys, if you're going to resurrect him, you probably should grab Lois and have her there with you when it happens.
Unless he had gone in psycho rage and they didn't want a chance killing her right away. So I can see why they didn't bring her in right away. Plus, you don't want to fuck with her emotionally if it doesn't work. So,
yeah, that's true.
So I'm good with that one. I'm good with that. But that whole fight outside the broken down Superman statue was great. Even when he throws the frickin' Superman head. I don't forget who he threw it at, but.
Wonder Woman.
Okay.
She broke it.
And that's right. Yeah. And then she's got a new sword, which is pretty sweet. I'll be anxious to see the story on that. Bruce gets his ass handed to him because as soon as he got thrown in that car, I was like, oh shit, he wasn't wearing his mech suit this time. Which is great because later he's like, yeah, something's definitely bleeding. So it's kind of
get Superman asked, do you bleed?
That was great too, and like you saw it coming in that moment. He's like, let me ask you, and you're like, oh no, he did it, and I was just like, that is so cool.
When Batman shows up, Superman's like, I remember you.
Yeah.
It's like he kind of had a fuzzy idea of maybe who Diana was, and he had no idea who the Flash or Aquaman or Cyborg were, and so. But you, I remember you. You now have my full attention.
But that whole sequence was amazing. I just thought that was so cool.
Diana had to go pop Bruce's shoulder back in the place
afterwards. That was cute. I like the Bruce and Diana stuff. I do. I'd like to see that kind of work out. Not full on, because, you know, Batman's best when he's not perfectly happy, if you know what I mean, you know? But I do like that pairing.
Even Alfred's going like, why don't you ask her? Do you want me to give her a handwritten note that's going like, will you join our team, yes or no?
Yeah, that was so great. Alfred had some great lines. And again, I was surprised how funny Batman was in this for Batman. They didn't overdo it, I think, but they gave him a handful of pretty damn funny moments. And even a moment where he like actually smiles out of inspiration for seeing Superman show up and save the day. And I was like, oh shit, if Batman is smiling, you know it's something cool going on. Oh man, it was just so good.
Batman apparently now has fucks to give.
Yeah, absolutely.
As opposed to the last movie.
Right. And and love when they first all come to the Batcave. Barry Allen's reaction to the Batcave. And he's like, it's like a cave. It's like a bat cave. And like he's just zooming and he's sitting in the Batmobile. And they're like, Barry. It's like, oh, fine, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of times, particularly with Bruce, where he's just watching Barry and going, okay.
Yeah. Oh, that was really fun.
Going like, this is kind of annoying, but I can work with this.
If I have to, I have to. This guy's pretty fast.
Brunch.
Yeah, oh God, the whole brunch joke, the running gag about brunch. And that was great at the race at the end, too. That's like, no, Bruce told me if I win, you have to take us to brunch. It's like, yeah, that hurts on a deep level. That was so cool. Oh, Lovey's in the corner trying to Spider-Man. No, Lovey, it's Superman. Anyways. But I like that they brightened the colors on the Superman suit. He was happy, he was smiling, you know, he was hopeful, he was inspiring. Even the way the movie starts actually. Was like with a cell phone video of him
shot in vertical.
Yeah, I know. It was shot in vertical. But, you know, they were doing it on purpose because they knew, you know, I understand. I'll let that one go. But it was cute because these kids are asking him. I love the one kid's like, can you beat a hippo? And then I was like, shut up, that's stupid. It's like, what? The hippos are the most dangerous animals alive. So like just all that stuff was really, really cute. And then like the Clark coming out in Superman is like, this man I knew once told me, you know, instead of saying my father. And then when they're like, what's your favorite thing about Earth? And you're kind of thinking he's going to say the people. He just kind of thinks and he just kind of smiles a smile I'm very familiar with because he's thinking about Lois. And he flies off. I was like, oh, and the Lois reunion. Oh, and the Superman and his mom reunion. So good. It's so good. The Superman stuff, this is the best Superman stuff they've done so far, I think. Oh. And I really liked Man of Steel. Oh,
by the way, at the beginning of the movie, where you see that Martha Kent...
yeah, not Wayne, which reminds me.
Had to, basically, lost the house to the bank.
Yeah, the foreclosure, yeah.
I was sitting here like, how the hell did Bruce Wayne let that happen?
He was busy looking for Arthur Curry. That's my understanding. But I like at the end when Clark's like, how did you get the house back? I bought the bank.
The whole bank?
Yeah.
It's kind of a bad habit.
Yeah, it's an impulse.
It's an impulse.
But I giggled at an inappropriate moment too because they show the Clark Joseph Kent tombstone. And in the back of my mind, I'm like, I wonder if there'll be a scene where someone's like, why'd you say that name? My dad's middle name is Joseph too. Are we best friends now? Like I totally I don't know, it made me giggle inappropriately because I was just thinking of the whole Martha thing. Because I'm not sure if I ever knew his middle name was Joseph or not. I don't think I knew that, so.
I don't think I did.
I don't know if that's an invention for the film or not either, so I don't know.
Yeah, can I completely change gears for just a moment?
Yeah.
Okay, in the movie, the heroes win. All the weird, hellish vines and whatnot start.
Do you mean the pretty the firework snakes? Those little charcoal things you light and they. Yeah,
those things. But they all start sprouting this alien fauna. I'm like, or flora, excuse me. And I'm sitting here going like, I'm not sure that's going to be good for humans.
Yeah, I figure sequel bait. So Lex Luthor will genetically engineer some chemical virus with his League of Doom. Mary was picking on that at the end, but I was like, well, I mean, if you said Legion, that would be way too... Oh, no, you weren't picking on it. I misunderstood you as picking on it, and she wasn't. But yeah, the actual post-credit scene with freaking Deathstroke.
Yes.
And, and Joe Magalaga, who's awesome. Sorry, I can't say your name. And then Luthor.
The guy from True Blood.
Yeah. And then Luthor, and I mean, it was Jesse Eisenberg. And again, it's a brief scene, so it's hard to tell, but they put him in a suit, he's bald. They really scaled down his crazy. So I'm not saying he's still a great Luthor, but I feel like they're kind of retconning and they're working him into being a more appropriate Luthor. he wasn't all fidgety and I could be a Riddler kind of guy, you know. He seemed like somebody who's got his shit together.
Beat some sense into him in prison.
Yeah, that's very possible.
That and the fact that the whole mother box thing is.
Yeah, maybe that was. They could write that was what was making him crazy or something. Yeah. So I was appreciative of that. So the post-credit scenes were really, really cool. Yeah. And I love that he's hinting at a Legion of Doom, because we know we're getting Black Manta and Aquaman.
Can I please have Solomon Grundy?
Oh, I hope so. I hope so. And he has to say, Solomon Grundy want pants too!
Really, really, really old Cartoon Network Toonami reference.
Yeah, but a funny one. But yeah, see, what are some, because there's a few other geek outs I definitely want to talk about. I'm just trying to think of what they were. The final fight was fantastic. I love when they separate the mother boxes and Superman's like, yeah, good, because I really want to live. But then after the explosion, he's like, yeah, forget that. I really want to die. And then Cyborg's like, my toes are itching, or hurt. My toes hurt. He's like, I can't understand the physics of how my toes hurt.
And Diane's going like, Children. I'm working with children.
Yeah. Oh, and the Aquaman scene in the plane when he's like, I don't care about dying. He's like, yeah, but but you're this and you're that, and maybe I do care about dying, and I've never left the world, and maybe I should. And he's just laying it all out, and you're like,
it's
what?
Like, there's shit I want to do.
Yeah, there's shit I want to do.
And then Batman's kind of like,
and he was sitting on the last cell. That was awesome.
The thing is,
that was awesome.
At first I thought he was good, like his fly was unzipped. That was.
I thought the same thing. I thought the exact same thing. The sound even sounded a little like it at first when he moved the rope. But that was really, really cool.
Because I'm serious. That's usually the
right. It's like you're giving this passionate speech. Yeah, your fly's down. No, you're sitting on the lasso of truth. So that was really, really fun. We did get a Steve Trevor reference. Batman kind of had to bring it up as kind of a dick way and get the shit knocked out of him by Diana, but kind of making a point, trying to get her to like lead the team. So that was pretty sweet. I liked. We've seen it in the trailers. I like Cyborg hijacking the spider tank, the spider bat tank, whatever you call that thing. Alfred being like, "Do I know you?" Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah.
More of the Bat Cave.
And I think Batman got a lot more respect from Diana, because when you get that scene where she's fixing his arm, she also sees like he's just covered in bruises.
Yeah, like she understood, like, oh yeah, I forget, we're like practically invincible, and you're and Batman hung with them in this movie too. It wasn't the Doomsday fight where he's just jumping around trying to be a distraction.
Yeah.
He was tearing through parademons.
Yeah.
And it gave good reason to why he has guns and cannons and rocket launchers. It's just nice to see him not use them on humans. Invading alien forces, sure, all day long. But yeah, it's definitely, I liked it. It was a little bit of a lighter Batman. I like the stuff about digging up Superman and Flash being like, shouldn't we feel, I feel weird about this, is that right? And they're like, well, we gotta do what we gotta do, but that stuff was really funny.
He was trying to get the fist bump because they're both like accidents.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. No.
Then Cyborg finally gives him the fist bump at the end.
It was really cute. Yeah, because again, they
did. Flash was like, yeah, get fist bump.
But they did a fantastic job of really, like I said, the team building. I really appreciate it. You felt like it was a team. You felt like they needed a team. And I'm ready for more. And I'm ready for a Lantern to join. I'm ready to see more Batman world. I'm ready for Batgirl and Nightwing and Robin, because they got to be around. I'm ready for like freaking Supergirl and freaking Metallo and Brainiac and all that stuff, hopefully. So I know the DCEU's been in great turmoil lately, but I hope this does really well, and I hope they don't scrap everything, because I really do feel like they found their path. They haven't reached their goal yet, but they've found their path to actually making a great DCEU. So, between Wonder Woman and now this being almost as good, at least for me, especially considering that, a director change in the middle and all that kind of stuff, it came together very well considering all that. So.
It's because they changed out with Whedon.
Well, and they also they doubled the budget and stuff. They practically remade most of the movie. But well, and again, Whedon is good too, but he made Age of Ultron, so which is not the best of the Marvel movies.
But still.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that pretty much covers everything. I'm sure there's other things I'd love to talk about. We can geek out about that in the comments. Sound good to you? You got anything else? Cool.
I think I'm done.
All right. Well, I'm ready for Legion of Doom. I'm ready for Justice League 2. I'm ready for The Batman. I'm ready for Aquaman. I'm ready for Flash, whatever it is, even if they do Flashpoint, because Jeffrey Dean Morgan is Batman.
I'm kind of hoping that they don't do Flashpoint.
I want it because I want Jeffrey Dean Morgan. I want Bruce. I want Thomas Wayne Batman and Martha Wayne Joker.
I understand.
I want to see that.
I understand that, but the thing is, Flashpoint means their way of scrapping everything and starting over.
They don't have to, and they could use the same actors. Because I really like these actors. I love Ben Affleck as Batman.
Yeah.
I really hope he doesn't give up the cowl.
I know, and it can be like that, but I just feel like they're going to use Flashpoint as like a nuclear option.
Yeah, it is kind of a nice thing in the back pocket. So maybe someday, but
so like maybe the second Flash movie.
Yeah, maybe. Now, I'll tell you this. The only thing I'm not excited for Solo yet so far is Cyborg. But I'm excited to see him in other people's movies. And maybe after one more of that, then I'll be like, okay, give me a Cyborg movie. But still, they sold me on him a lot more than I was prepared for. So, all right, well, I think that's good enough. Good enough? Is that all right?
It's all right.
It's all right. All right, so guys, comment away. What was your favorite part? Do you agree? Do you disagree? And I know, look, at the DC Marvel stuff, like, no one cares. It's okay to love both. And, you know, just don't be a dick in the comments. You can totally disagree with us. As long as you're nice about it, everybody will be cool.
The thing is, I like...
If you're a dick, we just ignore you.
Almost all the franchises, really.
Yeah, me too, man. We're geeks. We're supposed to geek out about these things.
Star Trek, Star Wars, Marvel, DC, whatever.
Right.
If it's a good movie, it's a good movie.
And the era we grew up in, it's like... I can't fathom that we finally have studios taking this stuff seriously enough to at least try these things, whether they work or don't, you know? So, I mean, that was the best part. Is like in that shot near the end of seeing the whole Justice League just standing there after saving the day in full-on daylight and everything. That was inspiring.
And that, and I also liked at the end where as Diana and Bruce checking out this old mansion.
That's Wayne Manor.
Is that Wayne Manor?
Yeah, that was the abandoned Wayne Manor.
Where the hell is Bruce been living?
He's got that little like bachelor pad off the side of Wayne grounds. Remember, they even did that in Batman v Superman. They showed
I don't remember that.
Yeah, they showed Wayne Manor was a burnt out husk.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that. I didn't realize that was the actual manor.
Yeah,
not like a side building or.
Yeah, no, that was Wayne Manor.
Oh,
so
okay.
There you go. There you go. Now you know.
And knowing's half the battle.
I love you. All right, guys. But anyways, comment away. Let us know. What did we miss? What else is awesome? What was your favorite part? Who's your favorite character? What's the next movie you're most excited for? All of them. Because you know I'm a DC guy at heart. I grew up with Batman, Superman's my jam, yo.
I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here, but I want the Hall of Justice, like in the cartoon.
Oh, what are they supposed to... I feel like that was supposed to be in there. Maybe that's something that got cut from Snyder's. Because I seem to recall something about them going to film there, or they scouted it, that place in Ohio, you know, the one that they built, that they're using on the TV shows. Or did that one time, at least. Anyways, comment away. Click the thumbs up button. Give us that good old thumb of encouragement. We do love to be encouraged. Say what?
Derailing.
Derailing. Yes, her superpower. And Eric want pants too. All right, we're going to get out of here. And we'll see you guys later.